Alright, so we got some dev notes, and this comes in for the Japanese version. I've already looked at it. I was on stream when this came out, and interesting stuff. Particularly one of the sections here, I really, I'm interested to see how they'll handle it, because it could be really good or really bad. But we'll get there. So dev notes. This one's pretty short compared to most dev notes. It only has really two sections here. Usually we have multiple, especially when we get that like big quality of life update that brought the skip tickets. Wait, was the skip tickets in skip tickets had like a dev note that took a long time to actually release, but I remember that one was long. The one with the insta summon for the gear gacha was very long as well. This one's pretty short, but yeah, it's about the first anniversary. They first of all, in the beginning here, they apologize about the PvP game mode. Where was this? Oh, it was down here. Since I already talked about it, might as well just talk about it right now. They talked about a few weeks ago, I want to say. I don't know if it was months ago, but about this new PvP game mode that they're making called Grand Brawl. That was supposed to come out like around this time during anniversary, but they are postponing it because they are not happy with it yet. So, which I'm fine with it. I prefer that they release a finished product than rushing it. So that's fine. And Having saying this, for both the global version and the JP version of the game, or Korean, it's the same thing. They are probably having issues because we still are during the pandemic and stuff. So until all of this kind of ends, every game that I see, like Dokkan, Legend has been having a good time now, but Dokkan, all these other gacha games that I know of are having issues with updates and stuff because the teams are probably not working so well. So they're having like less content than usual, and the Grand Cross is not immune to it. So yeah, postponing the game mode, which is fine. Again, I prefer that they postpone it than to release it incomplete. But yeah, they're just talking about how they're grateful for the anniversary. And since the game's release, we have been dropping updates regularly with more and more content. However, we recognize that they're having fun gameplay, achieving player satisfaction and sustainability, as well as short of motivation to players to play are still some of the areas for improvement. I mean, yeah, especially now where, let's talk about me as someone that has been playing the game for a long time, right? I don't have anything to do. Like, literally, I don't have anything to do other than new stuff. Because if we're talking, should I upgrade my box? Like, I already have everything 6-star and stuff like that. And I'm not awakening characters that are bad for now, right? I'm waiting for new characters to awaken them first. So I personally have, like, nothing to do. So they sure need to, improve on that for endgame players. New players, of course, you have to work on gear and stuff, but with how limited it is the access to like anvils and stuff, I just get cocked by it. So they should work on that, of course. Blah 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 blah. Oh, that's good. We will carry on listening to feedback via our Twitter. Their Twitter is interesting because I'm pretty sure they don't take any feedback from it. So it's good to see this. If it starts from now on responding to tweets and stuff, that would be nice. I wonder if they would respond to English tweets or just Japanese tweets. Blah blah. They're talking about how they want to get to the 10th anniversary. That thank you. I want my job to continue. But yeah, we're explaining part 2 of the celebration. So they don't talk about units, of course. In dev notes, they never talk about units. They don't talk about activities. So this should be coming next week. Part 2 of the anniversary is next week. So Tower of Trials is an activity that they mentioned for a long time. And by a long time, I mean a few weeks. And pretty much essentially, I'm assuming if you've played Bleach Brave Souls, there is this game mode called I don't know. I played a long time ago, but there's this tower mode that you go up the levels, and each stage is different, and you can only use one unit per stage. So you keep locking your characters. You can't repeat a character after a certain stage. So it should be something like that. But I'm assuming with teams, or they could not do it like that because we already have an activity that's sort of like that in Trading Cave. So they could just B, you can use whatever team you want and just progress through. Who knows? Honestly, if this game mode doesn't lock characters, I would love to use Hawk. Because right now, Hawk, like, he's super good, but there's nothing for me to use him on because I've already done story. I've already done all these activities. There's no super boss, so I actually hope they don't lock characters, because if so, I'll use Hawk the whole way through. Like, Hawk is so good. He's just so stupid. It's a shame that I just have nothing to use him, because farming, he's not AoE, right? So he just has no use in the game right now, and he's so broken. I really hope they let me just use my boy Hawk in there. But yeah, as mentioned previously, we'll bring the Tower of Trials in part 2. The Tower of Trials aims to keep the player's motivation to get stronger up high, and allows you to experience the growth of characters and tower type as strategic gameplay. This is the interesting part. The growth of characters. Because this is not content that will require repeated gameplay, but more of achieving the goal with your own strategy. Again, you should climb the tower and upgrade the tower regularly. That's good. That's good. If they keep updating the tower, that'd be great. So here is the growth of characters. In addition, the Tower of Trial will allow you to acquire the material for the new growth system, Super Awakening. What does that mean? Super Awakening. We have assets in the game files of a UR pendant. Does this give you a UR pendant? That's what I'm asking. But I don't think it is. So the way that they say this, Super Awakening, I was talking when I was on stream, I was talking to my boys on Discord, and Troko mentioned that this could be like an easy A. If you play Dokkan, old units get this extra awakening for extra levels and extra super attack levels, called an easy A, an extreme Z awakening. And this could be a way of boosting the old characters. We'll see. But if that's the case, let's say they start releasing these super awakenings for characters, like a few characters at a time, depending on the release schedule, right? Let's say the first batch of super awakening characters are like Blue Bon, Green Elaine, all these characters that no one uses, and then just bump them up to like level 100. Okay, you don't have to do that, but like, I don't know, boost their stats or something like that. That would be really cool. That's something that I really want to see. It would be very different if it's just a thing that every character can do day one, and because everyone's just gonna super awaken lots of Meliodas or whatever best character they have, right? So I'm curious to see that. Other thing is, it said super awakening takes one step further on top of regular awakening. Now this is the thing, right? Awakening is not levels. Awakening is the star system. This is awakening. This right here is awakening, right? This is limit. Oh, I don't have. Let me click a character that's level 80. This right here, not level 80, right here. This right here is called limit breaking. Awakening is the star system. So are we gonna have extra stars? Cause I wouldn't mind that. That could be cool. Like I said, if they drop in batches for characters, and initially characters that aren't very good that become good because of it, I would very much appreciate that. That would be really good. I think that would be a good thing. You can use Super Awakening coins, drop from the tower as the material. We'll see how that will go. It is also possible to use Platinum coins, Gold coins, and Silver coins to perform Super Awakening instead of using. Now this, we'll see how they will handle this. Can I use any Platinum coin? And like I said, if it's for every character, right? If it's for every character, can I use a Elat Platinum coin on my Lost Vein Meliodas? Like that. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how they'll handle this. And again, it's a lot of information, but still missing a lot of information at the same time. We'll get the real like info on the patch notes next week. So I'm very interested to see how they'll handle this. Yeah, we talked about the PvP. We still have special events lined for Part 2 Celebration. Yeah. They mentioned Super Boss on the live stream. So not in addition to this game mode, we should be getting a new Super Boss as well. I'm assuming Super Boss Bon, because Bon should be the next one lined up. But I really hope it's Escanor. but it should be bought. So we'll see. Again, some more stuff. Not only this tower thing will come for part 2, but this is this should be a permanent event. Like, you can play whenever you want. It's not gonna just leave after 2 weeks like usual events. So that's really good. That's another thing for us to do. And then this is the most interesting part about the whole thing. Forget the tower, right? In the next dev note, I would like to tell everyone about more things and more complete announcements, as well as a new collaboration. A new collaboration, finally. Are we gonna get this once a year? Finally, a new collaboration. Who could it be with? We were discussing on stream, and we just can't. Like, I cannot think of who it could be, because I feel like Slime was a really good choice, right? They could do a second only Slime. I hope they choose another anime or something. But it could be another game. It could be another anime. It could be anything. So I have my we made the joke on Twitter like a few weeks ago that there's gonna be a collab with Demon Slayer, but unironically, Pog. But over everything, I think the top picks for me would be Fate Grand Order, because the Fate waifus. It would be maybe Demon Slayer. Fairy Tail would be cool because waifus. I mean, I love JoJo's my favorite anime, and it's my favorite anything. But I don't think it would work. Like, legitimately, I don't think it would work. So over that, I would pick even like Black Clover, like anything that's like magical and fantasy. I think it would work pretty well. That's why Slime, I felt like, worked pretty well, because it is magical and fantasy. But on top of everything, the most exciting part, we also plan to add Mission Patrol. I like how they chose to, instead of putting the collab part as the last part, like the closer of the patch notes or the dev notes, they chose to say there's gonna be a new Mission Patrol. That's like the least exciting thing ever. But yeah, new collab is coming. They say in the next dev note they'll talk about a new collab. So it's not close. It's not gonna be next week. It's not gonna be even this month, right? Because dev notes come once a month. So next month, I mean, it's not once a month, right? It really sporadically. It could be like twice a month, once a month. So next dev notes, they'll talk about it again. Really, 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 really hope it's gonna be great. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited about pretty much everything here except the skip ticket mission. Yeah, that's it.